Steven, what is wrong with OKC?
Well, when I began the season, I said they're going to be okay. If they learn how to play defense, they'll be a great team. They got 3 of the best scorers in the world. They should be all right in offense. I was wrong. I'm admitting that today. Because they're 4th in defense.
Right.
They're playing great defense. I didn't expect that.
Right.
Melo's not known. He's not known to be a defensive player.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I did say that the best player, the most valuable player on the team would be Steven Adams. And he's doing a great job of protecting the paint. So they're doing good on defense. But they're 28th in field goal percentage. Nobody could have said that this team would be 28th in field goal percentage, having 3 of the best scorers in the game. So for some reason, I think that they haven't found a way to play together on offense. And assist-wise, they're not sharing the ball. They're 28th in assists. Some kind of way they're not playing together like we need them to. And it's showing with their record. But I expected them some kind of way find it, man, because they're also talented and they can learn how to play together. It's not working on offense, and I did not expect that.
The thing is, the reason why I'm not surprised at the field goal percentage is because none of them shoots a high field goal percentage. Russell Westbrook shot like 42%. Carmelo is like a 45%.
Right.
So is Paul George. So I'm not surprised because a lot of those guys are shooting jump shots.
Right.
It's not like LeBron. LeBron is shooting close into the paint. Steven Adams, yeah, he's playing good defense, but for $25 million, I need more offense. There's no way a 6'3" point guard should lead your team if you have a 7-footer that's playing 25, 35 minutes a game.
Right.
And that's what Steven Adams is doing. He's not leading the team in rebounding. He's got to lead the team in rebounding. Take some of that pressure up. But the biggest problem is that you have 2 guys that are really ball dominant. Carmelo has always been the best player on his team. Now he's not the best player. He doesn't know how to play without the ball.
Right.
Russ needs the ball. He knows how to play, but he's like, I can't leave these guys behind. Paul George, over the last 3 years, now he's the only guy that can play. He can play somewhat, but he's had the ball in his hand. So now, what started out, okay, everybody was shooting about 17 times a game, averaging about 20 points a game. Everybody was key and happy.
It was all good.
But now, all of a sudden, uptick Russ, downtick a little bit in Paul George and Carmelo. They need to realize it's Russ, and then we got to find a way to fit in. Because Russ trying to appease everybody is not going to work, Skip. It's not going to work. And as we mentioned earlier, the trade deadline is coming. These guys at 500, Paul George can walk. Carmelo's in an option year. What you going to do?
They got to figure it out.
So the one thing I love the most about this man is how much he loves the game of basketball. You live for the game of basketball. You still do, and you still play it at a high level. It's a beautiful game to watch if you know how to play, as they say, the right way.
Right.
And you were blessed enough to be in a system in San Antonio where you learned a lot.
Learned a lot.
You clashed a lot, but you learned a
I
lot.
learned more than I clashed.
You did. You did.
Definitely.
You learned how the game is supposed to be played at the highest level. And these guys don't have any idea how to play it that way because Carmelo has never, it's not like he's going to run off screens. He is a ball stopper in a great way. I love Carmelo. I love to watch him play.
He's
but
ISO.
You just ISO. You either flip it to him on the wing or you lob it to him in the low post and let him operate.
That's it.
Right?
Right.
And he's got a big, strong bull of a body. Kobe used to say he's the hardest guy to guard, especially down low, because he can just body you up and bounce you back. And now you got 2 solo acts trying to figure each other out, Russ and Melo. And I still say Paul George, you made the point earlier that he's always been the focal point of whatever team he was on since he was a little kid. And yet he will share the ball better than these 2 know how, because Russ got his assists last year. He would just attack, and at the last second, because remember he had Enes Kanter, and you can say what you want about him on social media, but he can play, man.
Offense, he can play offense.
He can play. And Russ learned last year, if I draw 2 to the rim, 2 defenders, and I'm up, all I have to do is just leave it on the floor. And one of those guys can dunk it or just lay it up, right?
Right.
And that's how you get 10 assists a game.
Yes.
Well, that's not how you do it with Carmelo and Paul George. No. And so you look at you just glance at the overall and you say, oh, look, Russ is averaging 22 points, Paul 21, and Melo 20. Oh, beautiful.
But you're 8 and 12.
No, you're 8 and 12 because it's not connected.
Right.
It's not. There's no flow to it. There's no chemistry. I know it's like the cliche of basketball, but there's zero chemistry on offense, which is why they're ranked 22nd in offense because there's no efficiency to it whatsoever.
no
Your
identity.
turn, my turn. Okay.
And the thing is, Skip, is that you mentioned when Russ averaged 10 assists last year,
Yep.
he had Enos Kanter and he had Adam. They're dive guys. They're
Yep.
going to dive to the basket. He can drop it off. Carmelo and Paul George aren't dive guys. They're standing on the perimeter. So when you get there and you got two guys meeting you at the rim, what do? Now you got to kick it out, and boom. There are no easy buckets that they're going to get. And that's the problem. Carmelo, now he can get hot. He can go get you 50, but he can stink it up and all of a sudden he goes 6 for 20. We saw Russ the other night, Skip. He went, what, 7 for 29?
He does, and that he'll do that.
Yes. And what happened last night, he got hot in the fourth quarter. Well, if he's getting hot, he's continuing to
Everybody
shoot.
else cold.
They can't get no rhythm.
Melo and Paul
They're
both
just
had 3
watching.
shots in the fourth quarter.
Hey,
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Be sure to check out more of the best clips from Undisputed, or go watch a few segments from the newest show on FS1, First Things First, with Chris Carter and Nick Wright.